Tom, you talk a lot about the guys around you and how you distribute the ball.
Yeah.
And it's not always that way, right? With every team you ever play on. But when you have a game like you did this past Sunday, you just know the players around you. What is that like when you can just ball goes where it's supposed to and you're not focused on play or anything?
Sure. That's a great thing to have as a quarterback is to just try to read the play out and then find the first guy that's open and let him have it. So, sometimes you're trying to force the ball to certain guys and, you recognize that there's certain players on the team that, are head and shoulders above everyone else. And I think we have a lot of really talented players, obviously, that have all made a lot of plays. And I think from my standpoint, it'd be like being on a basketball team, and if you got to kick it out to a three-pointer, you kick it out there because he's open and he makes it. It's tough if you know that if you kick it out and he's going to miss it, you don't really want to pass it out there. So sometimes you got to, in this offense, I just got to try to find the guy that's, got the winning route, and I know that he's going to come down with it and make the catch and make the play. And it's been really fun. I hope we keep playing like we did the other night. It's going to take a lot of work. It's one game. But I think we're showing some improvement, every week.
What have you learned? Obviously, you've been on short weeks so many times in your career. What's the biggest thing you've learned on how to take a short week, make the most out of it, get the rest you need, all that stuff?
Yeah, last year we lost in a short week, so it's kind of disappointing, you have these weeks and you put a lot into them in a really short period of time. Like we have, it's already Tuesday morning at 10:45, and we've got a lot of things installed. We're normally, you still have another 24 hours before you put anything in. We basically have everything in for the game at this point. So, it's like a cramming for an exam, You just got to kind of put everything else to the side and then just focus on the game.
How's your hand feeling, and how much have you had a chance to actually test it? I know Coach Arian said that if you guys had had a full practice Monday, that you probably would have been limited throwing.
Yeah. I think it's a little bit sore, but I'd expect it to be. But I think I should be fine for Thursday.
I know that you had this grueling tape regimen with your knee.
Yeah.
You detailed that with us. I see that your hand's taped today.
Yeah.
What's that regimen like for you to, try to get the swelling down so that you can gain as much comfort as you can to play?
Yeah, this is pretty simple, this tape job. The knee is a lot tougher. But it's just, it feels like it should be fine. I don't anticipate having a problem.
I know a lot of times in the middle of a game you can kind of push through a lot of things with adrenaline. How aware were you of the thumb of your hand? How much do you have to adjust to things in the second half? It didn't really show up in how you played.
Yeah, I was aware of it. Look, a quarterback's right hand is important at the end of the day. So it's not like it's your left hand. If it was my left hand, I wouldn't even think 2 seconds about it. But, the fact that it's your throwing hand, there's not many things that are that important to a quarterback other than probably your right shoulder and your right elbow and your right hand. So anytime, you get banged on one of those, it could be an issue. But like I said, I think there's no serious injury at all. So it's just more of discomfort. But I think that should be gone here next day or two.
Second quarter that you suffered it?
Yep.
Early, like 2:23, something like that, or?
Yep. Tom, you guys are on it. It's your job.
We listened to the podcast.
Yeah, it was.
I just want to make sure it was 2:23 into the second quarter versus 2:23 remaining in the half.
Yeah, I think it was remaining in the half.
Yeah. Tom, what stands out to you most when you look at this Eagles defense? I know their front four is pretty strong.
Yeah.
What do you see?
It's a really tough defense. They get a lot of pressure with those guys up front. They have one of the best D lines in football. So they're doing some different things with their coverages. They got a talented group of players, no doubt. And I think they're kind of an ascending football team. And I think it's a team that, they're a very dangerous football team. Dangerous. They're very explosive on defense. Fletcher Cox, Hargraves are great players. Derek Barnett, I played against him. Great player. They got a lot of guys that can rush. They got a few little tricky blitzes in coverage. They really make you earn it. They don't give you anything. So it's a challenging game. Absolutely.
How much do you enjoy going into an atmosphere like that in Philly? It's a different kind of fan base.
Yeah, they do a good job. They love their team. So played there quite a few times over the years. And it's a great football stadium. It'll be a fun game Thursday night. It comes quick, and I know we just finished, less than 48 hours ago playing. but you just got to like flip the switch in your mind, get ready to play another team. Put a lot of work in Sunday night, put a lot of work in yesterday. Obviously, busy day today, busy day tomorrow, kind of getting ready all the way up to game time. And the good part is if you win, the time on the back end is really helpful, but you got to win. And last year we lost, so, we got to play good.
You're talking about the offense, and like you notice now the running game with Lenny, the numbers that you guys are putting up. Do you honestly think that you guys can even continue to get better?
Well, I think we should, if we work at it and we kind of have the urgency that we need, I think we're going to continue to keep improving in different areas. So, again, I don't know if that plays out on scoreboards, or I don't know how that plays out in production, but I think from our own standpoint, we have confidence that when we're all on the same page that, we make it much more difficult for the defense to stop us. So if we're not on the same page and we're kind of 5 guys are doing one thing and 5 guys are doing another and 1 guy's doing another, we're most dangerous when we have 11 people on the same page doing the right thing, all trusting, Byron said the other day, even if we do it wrong together, and that still gives us a chance to make the play. So our communication, us all being on the same page is very important. And, we're working hard at that every day.
You had said Sunday that if this was when you were younger, you probably wouldn't even show us that you had your hand taped. I'm curious, what's led to that change where you kind of allowed yourself, I guess, to be a little bit more vulnerable in other people's eyes?
Yeah, well, I just expect to go out there and play every week. So, it's football, so there's bumps and bruises, and it's a contact sport. We signed up for a contact sport. So, you get different bumps and bruises throughout the year, and, we'll just deal with it the best we can.
With this one, do you have to do the same type of a taping regimen that you did with the knee, where it was like you're waking up in the morning and you're taping it, and then you're trying to tape it pre-practice, and sometimes you go into bed with it at night or flew home with it taped? Is it anything like that?
It's not. That was a pretty extensive injury, just in terms of the maintenance of it. It's just something I had to tend to every single day. So this is just, you play a game, you get hit, and, you deal with different bumps and bruises over the course of the year. It's just this bumps and bruise happens to be on my hand. So, like I said, I'm just trying to be preventative and precautious and be smart. It's only been less than 48 hours since it happened. So it's not like it's had 5 or 6 days to do its thing. But again, I feel confident I'll be able to go out there and do what I need to do.